Oh, damn it.
Good job.
Hey.
Good start of the year there.
Good job. I forgot I had to do that part.
What put us in? Yeah.
Yeah. You're a bit
It's been a
jumpy
while.
there, Johnny.
Oh, well, there's a shock with my lovely internet.
I don't know if it's the beer yet or you just shocking.
It could be both.
Excellent. How are you doing, Johnny?
Good as always. How are you?
I am fantastic.
New year, new Kirby.
Yeah, something like that. First week of work is out of the park.
Over.
Smashed it. Now ready to do another one, and then another one, and then another one.
Well, it's one more for me.
And
then we are. They've been all right. Exactly. How is everyone? Yes. But yeah, it's been not too bad. How was your Christmas, festive, New Year period?
It was great. I had 3 weeks off. I just did because the first week of my little holiday was all gravy. I was able to go. Hey, Chris. Happy New Year to you too. Hey.
Nice to see Chris.
I went to Warner Brothers Studios. I was able to go to a pub. It was great, and then lockdown happened. Well, not lockdown. Tier 3 happened.
No, you bloody Londoners.
It was tier 4 that happened.
Yep.
We got introduced to tier 4, which is great. So yeah, the rest of it was just sitting around at home. How was your? What tier were you in?
We were in 3 before it was trendy, and now we're in tier 4 or full lockdown.
Well,
same as you guys. Tier 4. Yeah, good fun. Well, round 2 or 3 now a lockdown. What are we on? 3.
3.
Champione.
Kind of used to it now.
Yeah, you must be. Well, you won't be running out of Lego to build knowing you. You'll have been buying some exciting sets over Christmas.
I got a bunch of sets for Christmas, which I've built already. Yeah, and I've got one that's on back order.
Nice.
Let's start off with a good old tradition called Big King. What are they drinking? So, Johnny boy, what are you drinking?
Well, this week, to go with my trend, I've still not won any money off Brewdog, but Punk IPA. Same IPA. As I've been drinking all of December because I ordered 12 crates of it.
12 crates? Did you get a golden ticket?
No, but I only paid for 8 of them, so small win. I think so. Kirby, what have you got?
I've got some Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select.
Straight, or we go in mixer?
So, like, drinking Jack Daniel's straight will put hairs on your chest, and I feel like I've had enough. I've got enough hairs on my chest.
Me too.
So I will be mixing a little bit with Coke, but I'm going to have one glass of just
nice
Jack Daniel's. This stuff's amazing. How far are you through your special butters?
Well, I haven't started my Sinatra blend because what I thought was I would have it for my birthday this year, which is obviously when we bought it last year. So I've left it a year. That's partly because it's not in my house; it's at my parents' house, and I've not been able to travel there with this whole lockdown thing every couple of months.
Yeah, you haven't gone to get your alcohol.
No.
I feel that's poor on your part.
Yeah, probably. And I mean, I put a decent shift in over Christmas as usual. There was lots of Jack Daniel's consumed and rum and beer.
I think I went through 2 bottles over Christmas.
Good effort.
Yeah. It felt like Nashville, but not.
I wasn't there, so it was automatically not as special.
This is spicy. So,
spicy.
As you may see in our title, we say that we have got a very special guest.
Cracking special guests.
This guest it reminds us of us, like who we are and what we do, and kind of.
I would say cuddly, clumsy.
Yeah, cuddly,
cute,
you can call it.
And
yeah,
not him, the panda.
Yeah, we got pandas. So I was supposed to find, because we were supposed to watch the Boris Johnson. I get tummy tickles like that too.
Not from me, you don't.
So we were supposed to watch the Boris Johnson live announcement thing at work. And I hop onto YouTube to try and find it while the guy next to me also goes and tries to find it. And I come across this iPanda channel where since September last year, they've been live streaming 24/7, just pandas. And it's great. It's just, you can just watch this for hours.
Do you think he gets paid to do that? Or do you think it's like one of them voluntary?
Of course, he works at a zoo. I mean, just to get paid to play with pandas. But the great thing about pandas is that they're clunky. They're clumsy. They're basically
clunky.
Jonny and I.
They're chunky as well.
Chunky and clunky. Just like
chunky, clunky, and clumsy. The 3 C's.
So I thought it would be fun just to have them just doing their pandas.
Rolling away while we chat and catch up.
Yeah, chat shit. I could go for a tummy rub like that.
To be fair, Chris is a bit like a ginger panda. He'll agree with me, I'm sure.
See, I can't really tell in his profile picture that he's ginger, but now that I know, I'm forming more and more of an image.
Chris would be a good fun on a night out, Kirby.
I would hope so. Well, I was supposed to come up next month. Try to figure it out. Because next month is 3D Experience World. So Jonny and I are going to be trying to be active during that. So in February,
yes,
a lot of our faces. If you get sick of it, we understand. Kind of looks like you when you're drunk, Jonny. Just
the panda or the guy in the mask.
He's just lying flat in the corner trying to eat your foot.
I love how you've brought me into this, but I'm pretty sure we have the buddy system where one of us gets drunk one night and then the next one gets the next night. It's how our stamina system works as well.
Yeah. There's the an orangutan, sir.
Love it, Chris.
Well, you see, from what I can see, Jonny, is that the panda is the drunk one. The other one is a sober one. So
the guy in blue is the buddy.
Yeah, that's the buddy system, looking after your drunk friend, aka me looking after you after the club in Nashville. And
hang on, no. What about that first night we were in Nashville? I basically carried you home.
You're pandering to the audience now.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Wow. That's the sort of banter we love, Chris.
See, this is a perfect example of an uncontrolled buddy system. This is where you don't.
He's got too many.
System in pairs.
It's 3-on-1. That's Kirby tapping out there. Oh no, that's normally the people that are with us that tap out. You remember in that karaoke bar when we ordered like 16 Jack Daniels that came on a tray, and Matt was like, "Nope, I'm tapping out. I'm going home."
Well, we made that English fella like disappear.
Yeah, that was good. The last night of 3D Experience World last year, brilliant.
Excellent. So, did you go anywhere fancy? No, you were in tier 3 most of the holidays.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything. Nothing's been open.
Nothing.
So
lame. That is lame. Other than go to your Tesco and hang out.
Yeah, basically my excitement of the week is doing a weekly shop in Aldi or Asda. Great.
So I went to the Harry Potter World in London.
Freaking tier 2. Now look what you've done.
What?
Freaking tier 2. You and the pubs are all open now. You've unleashed some new strain that's going to get us all. Typical Southerners, eh, Chris?
It's not my fault that the new strain was found in Kent, and I live in Kent.
Yeah, I'm blaming you.
You can't blame me. But yeah, I went to Harry Potter World. That was fantastic.
It looked good. I was enjoying
great.
your stories and stuff while I was at work, slaving away.
Mostly because it was just so quiet. Like,
Yeah,
because no one can go there.
what, that one's getting feisty with him.
Yes, getting kicked out.
That's Will getting put into bed by some stranger. That's the bar, bro.
I wonder how heavy a panda is.
I'd say it's yeah.
Because they look about
Mostly
as heavy
fluff.
as a medium dog, but I reckon that they're a lot heavier than you think.
I don't think they are. I think a lot of it's fluff.
I reckon they're quite dense.
This would be brilliant for Aussie reviews.
He does do, because iPanda takes a lot of these funny sections and they clip them and that. I'm gonna Google this. Wait.
I can just imagine him going, the Sheila puts the panda up, but it says no.
Panda.
It'll be heavy.
A born baby panda weighs 100 grams.
These look at that one just chilling out on the step. He's having a. Oh no, he's had it.
It's just like. What is this?
Go home, you drunk.
Yeah, he's been kicked out. He's just like.
He's just been put out onto the street and he's got nowhere to go. He doesn't know where his room key is. He's
not drunk.
He's done.
Yeah, female panda weighs 70 to 100 kilograms.
All right. Fully grown?
Yeah. 90
How big does a panda get? Because I'm presuming these are babies.
Yeah, they look like babies. That one looks a bit bigger.
He's got stuck in a tree.
Standard.
No, anyway, he's just propping himself up while he has a rest.
So yeah, went off to Harry Potter World, and that was actually like a really interesting to see a lot of the original sets and props, because like when you go to like Universal Studios in LA, and you do like the backlot tour and that stuff, it looks like and it feels like, for example, the Jaws area, it doesn't look like a set. It looks like a replica. You know, and you walk through all of the worlds at like Disney World and that, and it feels like it's been built
special
replica and not as the actual sets. Where at the Harry Potter World, when you're walking through like the first area, like you've got the inside and it looks like, oh wow, this looks like the Great Hall from Harry Potter, but then you go kind of just outside and walk around the edge of it and you see kind of how it was built, and you start to kind of really put it into your mind that these aren't just replicas put up for the public to look at. They're the actual sets that was used. And when you start to look at that, when you start to look at it in that frame of mind, you start to look at the details and the intricacy of a lot of the they're just the Ewoks of the real world.
I love that, Chris. Ewoks.
You start to look closely at the details of the walls and all that stuff, and you start to kind of really realize that
that's not a panda.
That's not a panda.
Where's the social distancing here?
I want to know who's coming. Like, is it?
She needs a buddy system. She's off her head.
She's had whatever the pandas have had.
Oh damn!
Look at it go. Yeah, you start to really appreciate the attention to detail and like little things that you would have never seen or would have never been on camera, but are there. It's really good, and I ended up.
Chris is killing me tonight.
Fluffy killers, but dead behind the eyes.
Dead behind the eyes.
I feel like there's a reason why pandas are on the endangered list because they just.
I just said before, what the hell do they do?
They eat a plant that can barely grow on its own. They can only breed under specific circumstances. They're very difficult to breed. Like, it feels like natural selection is trying to do its thing, and humans are just getting involved.
Yeah, someone's got needs too fluffy to let go. We'll have to step in here. But I tell you what, this zoo's employing a hell of a lot of people. There's as many people as there is pandas.
Well, I mean, depending how rowdy the bar is, you need quite a bit of staff to keep the patrons under.
No. That if you think back to that karaoke bar in Nashville where there was a bar fight, a proper brawl, there was only one guy and he dealt with it.
He sorted it out. Wow.
Dragging 2 hour at a time.
So, back to Harry Potter again.
Yep.
I got myself a wand, Mr. Jonathan. So I feel great and powerful.
Which one did you go for?
It's Lord Voldemort's wand, so I feel cool.
Yeah.
Powerful. But I only just realized it's Leviosa. That picture that we took in that video of what are they drinking?
Yes.
It's the same wand.
No way. Total accident.
Bing. Shing. What are they drinking?
It is as well, isn't it?
Exact same one. So I feel like there's more story to this now. I feel like this one chose me.
Are you saying you are Voldemort underneath it all? Is that what you're thinking? I
feel like I'm a boy of wonder. But
you're definitely something.
It's given me a project idea because in here is the wands are basically snapped into this
little formed tray.
Yeah, that's been flocked as well. Like that. But it locks in there really good. And I feel like in there it should be like a bit of red silk or something. So the plan is to kind of create a custom divot in there. So this just falls inside it and then have it with like a red velvet over it or something. And then that way it will look more like...
I can't say what I was going to say because we're trying to be PG this year. But you've definitely tucked it.
Tucked it right in. But yeah, nice little purchase.
Very nice. Very nice.
Definitely something, if you get a chance to do it, is go check it out.
Yeah, maybe on our next venture down south.
If you're not, even if you're not a big Harry Potter fan, it is quite interesting.
Worth doing.
Very much so.
Very good. Very good. I would ask if you've got any plans next week, but it's going to be working back.
Were you really in a bar in Nashville or were you just remembering Roadhouse again? I feel like you need to tell me about what this Roadhouse is, Johnny.
To be honest, I cannot remember. What was Roadhouse, Chris? I'm a bit confused. I don't know if it was the bar in Edinburgh we were at, but I think that was O'Shea's or something, because when we all went to Edinburgh for an event. I took like 20 people to an Irish bar I'd been in before. And it did not disappoint.
So I went to a bar in. I somehow managed to convince my boss to send me and my buddy to Scotland to go play airsoft for research.
For research. That doesn't help me. Hang on.
I've never heard of it either.
1989, Chris. I wasn't even born.
When were you born, Johnny?
96.
You're so young, Johnny.
Kirby, you thought I was in my 30s until I came to your house in like October or whenever, so I wouldn't start.
Yeah, I knew Johnny for a whole
nearly 2 years.
2 years only figured out. Because we started with the important stuff. It's like, do you drink? Yes, come.
Yeah. Do you drink?
Yeah.
Can
you drink?
Can you ride a scoot? Yeah. Our meeting was like the best thing ever. It was like, here's Johnny, here's Kirby. Put them together and see what happens. Oh, shit.
Put them together and see what you got. Weird.
We entertained so many people. I'm guessing Chris is insulting me about this Roadhouse film by the look of it.
Let me see. Maybe I've watched it. I doubt it. Like, I'm not that old.
And it's not just you, Kirby. Everyone thinks I'm in my 30s.
I can't. What is she doing with his armpits?
The panda, or were you looking at something else?
No, that.
I don't know. Chris, can you shed some light on this scene?
Yeah.
He's got some hell of muscle mass there, though. Yeah, he's been hitting the gym and not McDonald's.
What is going on down there?
Just sniff checking it for him.
Like, this does look like a kung fu movie.
I'll never top Karate Kid. Meh.
I was never really. The only kung fu movie I really enjoyed was Kung Pao.
Kung Pao Chicken.
But I've just never been a fan of kung fu films. No, don't pause the panda. He's just going to town on that buffet.
He's tucking in. He's chowing in.
You see, this is our problem, Johnny. And Happy New Year, Fotis. How are you doing? Thank you for joining in.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
No, I'm trying to think. The night when you came over to my house, I don't remember eating.
Dude, we had your fake. Well, we had your barbecue thing, didn't we? Or your braai.
My braai. Yeah, we had
your braai. And we had But there wasn't a lot of eating involved, and there was a lot of drinking involved, considering I came around to yours about 10 o'clock and we started pretty straight away.
Well, you left early.
I left at midnight.
And we carried on.
I was worried about not being able to get a taxi back in the current situation. And you can speak to Vicky. She was laughing her head off because I tried to get out the taxi at the entrance to the hotel driveway rather than at the door of the hotel. So I undid my seatbelt and it was beeping for 4 minutes. She was absolutely creased. She couldn't as soon as we turned into the hotel past the sign, I took my seatbelt off and the whole taxi was lit up beeping.
Well, it's from the road to the entrance to the hotel. It's quite a drive. But it will never beat the cab drive that Luke and I took in LA.
I hear about this every time. You and your unlicensed cab you took.
No, it wasn't an unlicensed cab. It was just we came out of the conference center at in the LA Convention Center, and you got a little row of taxis.
I know that one.
Climb in, and there's this Asian guy, he looks like a good 80. And you're like, okay, cool.
80.
Yeah, we need to get to the hotel. Like, it would probably take us 15 minutes to walk there, maximum. You know, 2 minutes to drive there. We got the cab because I had a bag with me, so it was just a bit easier.
Yep.
Taxi starts off by going in the wrong direction at about 10 miles an hour, and decides on a 2-lane either side, 4-lane kind of main road to turn around from the very right lane.
Yes, LA.
So he goes off, crosses over that, blocking all the traffic trying to go that way as there's mountains of cars coming this way. Everybody's hooting at him and he's just chilling there having a good time. We're just like, mate, what are you doing? Sat there for about 5 minutes. Happy New Year to you, Toby.
Thanks for joining us, Toby.
Thank you for joining us. It's a classic 80s work. And he was getting a knife cut stitched.
Oh, that's a lot more tame than me and Kirby were probably thinking.
That explains that scene. Okay. I'll open that up.
Triple lane change, no signal. Classic US drivers.
There we go. Yeah, he's getting stitched up.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Yeah, there we go. Triple lane, no signal. Okay, so we sat there for about 5 minutes before someone actually stopped to let this guy go around. And then he carried up on this, going up on the main road, going into downtown LA for about 10 minutes on a stretch of road that was about a quarter of a mile. Took him 10 minutes to get up there. Not because of traffic, but because of how slow he was driving. And honest to God, we said to the guys, like, it's cool, you can let us out here, we'll walk the rest of the way. It's like, okay, carries on driving. And we're just like, what the hell? It took us, now, Toby, you should know about this. If you ever went to SolidWorks World in 2017 or 2018, like the distance between like the Sheraton Hotel to the LA Convention Center should take you about 10-15 minutes in a cab. Took us 35 minutes.
Bet you wished you'd walked.
He would sit at a traffic light wanting to go left while there's cars coming, and then it would change and he would just still sit there. He wouldn't like go at the last minute quickly. He would just wait until it's perfectly clear to cross. It was so painful. It was the worst cab ride I've ever been on.
When were we in a dodgy one? I was when we dropped. You remember we dropped the Camaro back at the airport, didn't we? When we got a cab back into Nashville, and he was literally weaving and cutting people off.
Yeah, I thought another. See, like, you get cabbies who will drive painfully slow. See, Toby gets it. Toby
knows the crack.
He knows the crack. You get cab drivers that are just really slow, and you get ones that will murder you.
He was just trying to kill us that day. He was like, bloody South Africans, bloody English. Yeah, he was just absolutely flying along in that like little green mystery machine thing he was driving.
And what was worse, they was weaving between traffic, like standstill traffic. He was
cutting through it.
We got there though. We made it.
Yeah, I think we were like, let's go to Hooters because I need a drink.
Speaking of that, like,
damn, yeah.
I don't know if a lot of you have seen the explosion that happened in Nashville over December on Christmas Day. I was like, wow, that's even when the tornado went through earlier in last year, middle of last year. Kind of had a look to see where it was going through, and it was a lot of areas that Jonny and I had explored. But the explosion, it happened basically directly below the Airbnb that we had rented when we were in Nashville.
Yep.
And it was just like looking at that street and seeing the kind of devastation afterwards, and being like, and kind of getting an idea of how big that explosion was, and how much it actually destroyed, and just gave a bit more of perspective, especially for Jonny and I, knowing that area fairly well.
Yeah.
Our one day staying there.
One day, yeah, that was a nightmare as well.
But yeah, that was quite interesting. To kind of get
No
a
one
bit of
relate to where it was.
get a perspective. Let me try to find an image.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to find that same photo that
Yeah, the news photo. Yeah, just to be clear, me and Kirby booked this Airbnb before we realised it was above Hooters. That was just an afterthought that was a lucky coincidence, but it wasn't lucky because it was crap.
yeah, there we go. There it is. So there's Hooters. Our Airbnb entrance was there, and our apartment was somewhere over here. And
That
that's where the
window.
explosion. Yeah, I think it was that one
Next
there,
one
or
up.
that one there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and the explosion went off there. So yeah,
Damn.
Just up there is what's Coyote Ugly, and that other pub where we played with that puppy.
Oh yeah, well we tried to kill that English guy with Jack Daniels.
Oh, we scared him off properly good.
Yeah, I think it was when he saw a tray of like 20 drinks, 20 doubles coming out. He was like, no.
It wasn't that much. I think we got him 3 doubles. So we
Yeah, but I think we were ordering for 5 people.
It's about 11 o'clock at night. Johnny and I walk into this pub that's quite empty already. We're just like, let's go party. There's one English dude, he's 21, young. Yeah, I'm going to have a good party. I heard you're the guys to party with. So we're like, let's go to the bar. So we got three double Jacks and Cokes and basically gave it to him. Gave him his 3 and it's like, those are your 3. He literally he put them down and walked out.
He put them down and was like, no, I'm off. I'm not doing this. I can see where this is going. We were like, what's happened? He's gone. And we were like, oh, well. Some can handle it, some can't. The thing with me and Kirby is we will be up at 6 a.m. the next day. We will show face at 7 a.m. at breakfast. And we will crack on with the day.
That's the plan for World this year. I'll see if I'll be able to muscle it. See how much we can do. But yeah, I've got a general idea of what we're going to be doing with World.
Yep.
We want to try and go live every day that World's active. You guys pack a whole lot of adventures into a few short days.
We do indeed, Toby.
Yeah, whenever we go
we
to
don't
World,
sleep.
We always try and make the most of it. For a lot of people go to these conferences for different things. People go there for the networking. People go to learn about specific new products. People go to learn about the partners and people that are using other products in conjunction with like SolidWorks and 3D Experience. Johnny and I go there to network and meet people.
We connect people in a bit of an unusual way, probably. We go there to show people projects, but we go there to network.
Yeah, not only meet new people for ourselves, but kind of meet someone new who does X, Y, and Z and be like, hey, I know the perfect guy who does that as well.
You should meet this guy. You should meet him, so-and-so.
So we take full advantage. So we're first ones up, making sure we're there on time for all the general sessions and everything like that.
Before normally,
yeah. Most nights we will until about 2-3 in the morning, just chatting shit with people. Because at World, and I'm sure it's at a lot of other conferences, where the people you're there because of the products. You're there because of the theme of the conference. For example, even if it's at work for TCT, which is a trade, it's like a 3D printing trade show. So at work we go to that, but and everybody's there because of 3D printing. Everybody's at World because of some sort of SolidWorks relation or 3D Experience or Dassault system relation. But you're making the connection over your hobbies, your interests, the things that make you passionate. So like Johnny and I kicked it off straight away because of our passion for drinking and our passion for I make it sound so bad. And our passion for Star Wars and just nerdy things.
We like making things.
Yeah, we like making things, and you introduce and you meet people according to products that they use and the reasons why they're there, but you connect, you truly connect with people on their interests in that. And it's always fun to see, meet an aerospace engineer who absolutely loves Legos. And you're just like, yeah, and you spend an hour chatting about different Lego kits that you enjoy building. And like, I'm some dude who makes random lightsabers and works with 3D printers, and here's an aerospace engineer from NASA, and we're just nerding out over Lego, and it's a really kind of surreal experience. So that's one thing I'm really hoping that World can try and recreate, is that that network and that. And if it's not there, I want to try and build, create a space where we can just chat shit. I mean, the platform that we use to do the stream, we can have up to 10 people. So,
I think the plan is we'll probably get a few other regular SolidWorks faces on and chat.
Toby, you're welcome to join as well.
Of course.
I mean,
couldn't be there without Toby's tips and tricks.
Toby's speaking
Maybe.
at a user group meeting, hopefully.
Is he?
No, you got back.
Dang, I'll be there.
I saw your email today. So he's presenting at my next user group meeting.
What about Kirby? We get Toby to do his fully defined sketch song live on the channel. I'm sure he'll love that idea.
I've been trying to get him to do it for a while.
Have you? Oh.
Yeah.
He says in.
Hold on. Into what? Like.
Yeah. What you into? Let's get this contract signed, Toby.
Let's see if you haven't seen his Too Tall Toby was in one of our previous episodes. I'll be able to tell you which one in a second. I think it was episode 11 or 12. If memory.
We love Toby, don't we, Kirby? He's one of our SolidWorks gurus.
Yeah, I learned so much having him on.
Yeah.
Episode 14, so it was 2 episodes ago.
He's all things, all in.
All things, all in.
I think that means he's good. He's good for a live sing-song.
Sing-song. I love a good sing-song. You should create a karaoke version, I reckon. I feel
to the theme of Country Roads.
No, because just as it is, but with
a karaoke one. That we could do that. We could get a nice slideshow together for that. I think we've got to have Toby on doing his fully defined sketch song during 3D Experience World this year.
But I mean, every time I jump onto Toby's kind of tips and tricks and the stuff that he does, I learn a lot, and it blows my mind every time I kind of look at it and soak it in. Is that
and
a lot of people say wow, you can make really cool things. I really want to learn how to design like you. I look at what I do and kind of my mind still gets blown about the things that people are doing in SolidWorks day to day.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm using about 10% of the software. I do extrude cuts and extrude bosses and a couple of fillets. Boom, done. But I saw this fella who was doing. Thank you for the kind words. Glad it's helpful. It's always helpful, Toby. Your skateboard tutorial taught me quite a bit about surfacing. And there was another one that you did that really blew me away. I think I commented on it. Too Tall Toby. Like SolidWorks, any CAD software, there's so many different ways to do things that
different approaches.
That has the same result. Where was it? I'm busy looking.
Thanks, Chris. I knew Chris would be game.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, you I don't know if you use much SolidWorks or anything, but 3D Experience World is free to sign up this year. So you can jump in and maybe you can find something in there that might be useful. But it's a lot of fun. Like I do wish we were all meeting up again in real IRL. I'm trying to find that specific video. Sorry, but it would be. We'll try and make it as fun as possible as we can. Because general session, all that starts from 3 p.m. our time. I am well in with having a couple of drinks during that. Most of the time I'm dying. There we go. It's the sheet metals stuff that you did, that punched part, Toby. Take the mick out of Jonny for an hour. I can do that, no problem.
I know you can, Chris. I think we'll have to have Chris on one week. Chris builds some insane stuff. If my memory serves me right, he's just started building a BB-8 droid after finishing his R2.
So, I really want to build a droid, but it's the smallest ones are the most complex ones.
Speak to Matt as well, Matt Long, who knows his stuff. He's friends with Sam Prentice and Lee Townsend, who are both massive droid builders in the UK.
Not that intelligent, still getting used to the basics of Cura. I mean, Cura is just slicing. You need to model things. I mean, there's so many different softwares that you can use. There's just more and more coming out. There's and more of the ones that exist are just getting more and more powerful. They're constantly developing them. I mean, my tool of choice is SolidWorks always, but what we can do in Fusion. I mean, if you look at what Danny did while we were doing our lightsaber stuff in
exactly
using Tinkercad, that was insane. Like, I remember messing around Tinkercad just doing basic blocks, but he's got some serious skill in Tinkercad. And I mean, a lot of that can be transferred over. A lot of that thinking in Tinkercad can be transferred over.
Yeah, it's just how you put stuff together. It basically transfers to any CAD software. It's just knowing which button.
Yeah, knowing that's what scares me the most about Rhino, though, is because Rhino doesn't have a visual interface. I mean, you can get a plugin that does create the visual interface in that, but it's all command-based. And in order to use a software that's all command-based, you've got to know what those commands are. While, if you're doing something in surfacing and you want to do a sweep, it might not be called a sweep in Rhino.
No.
It might be called something completely different.
Completely different, yes.
What episode number it was that we did the lightsabers?
I tell you what, mate, I'll do a nice little plug.
Episode
Kirby. What have you been building, Kirby?
Building
other than Lego.
Not much. Are you trying to lead into something?
Yes.
Go for it.
Do you want to see my new products?
Oh, hold on.
Do you like my new coasters? Yeah, boy.
No, I'll figure this out, Johnny. There it is.
Where am I?
No, I'm
Swap.
there.
Swap, because at the minute I can't see what I'm showing. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, that's cool. Hold up.
And
I
they
want
cool.
to see what bottle caps. What's the triangle one?
The triangle one is Castle Brewery in the Lake District.
Oh, so how did you printed that off your resin printer at first?
Yes. So I made a resin master, and then I printed a mold wall. Thanks to Luke for that nice idea. Love it. And I made...
Yeah, when I first saw Luke's 3D printed mold walls, I
Dude,
was just,
what a game changer.
Mind blown.
And then...
But explain the idea of a mold wall, though.
So basically, here's your mold. Lovely bit of silicone work. Your master is basically this which is what you're going to cast, which will sit within your mold. So the mold wall is the piece that sits around the outside that stops the silicon spreading out while you're making your mold.
What would you usually use?
Anything I had lying around that was flat. So you could use a bit of cardboard or a piece of acrylic if you want to go really fancy, some wood, all just sort of hot glued together.
Lego.
Thanks for that. Yeah, Lego. Lego's another good one. I mean, I wouldn't want to do a hexagon with Lego, but
yeah, like that's what I'm leading into. Is that what are the benefits of the mold wall?
The 3D printed mold wall, you can basically figure out exactly how much silicon you're going to need using SolidWorks because you can use the volume tool. So you can then get the volume of your mold wall, take away the volume of the part that you casted in it, and then you're not going to waste silicon, which is expensive as hell.
Well, I mean, you're also instead of making a square around that, you're making...
Yeah, I'm making a perfect shape. So all I did was take my part, offset it. I think it was 15 mil.
Yeah. So like those where it's you've got the corners, you're not like those top corners and those bottom corners. You're not filling those with resin.
So if you did it as a square, obviously you'd have a massive waste of silicon in like this area where my little fingers waggle. So it's genius. Really good tip. Thanks to Luke.
And you can also label your molds.
You can, but I didn't bother.
Well, it's if you're doing very large runs.
Yeah.
And if you have ones that are similar.
I basically just write down what it is in my notebook. So I know exactly how much hardener and how much of the clear and stuff. So what I did on the backs of them is to stop. Obviously, I'm casting that way up with the bottle tops on the open surface because you get the nice shiny finish rather than slightly rough finish. So what I did to stop the bottle tops floating up is I put some fast set resin in the back of them to weigh them down. So that the white resin sets in, I think, about 10 minutes.
That's that onyx stuff. It starts off like, I think, black or clear.
It's 2-part, the white one. So I am using, hang on, somewhere down here. Fastcast F180 by Axon.
Are you not using smooth? I'm more familiar with the smooth on product because
No, so
the smooth on onyx, which cures in the same amount of time, but
just a bit more pricey.
That you mix it up and it's white, and then it just slowly goes white, it just turns black. It's just such a cool.
Oh yeah. No, so it's just a really cheap, fast curing resin, just to weigh the back of the caps down. And then it is set in a clear epoxy resin that sets crystal clear, basically. But it's got a 48-hour cure time.
Like, I think
as crystal as you can get.
This is the modern, kind of modern, the common misconception with resins and that is that it says crystal clear, but if you're casting in a mold that's not perfect.
Yeah,
it's going to come out frosty. So did you sand your master?
Yeah, a little bit, but for what it is, it's fine. The tops of them are actually pretty good, actually. Yeah, the top of them is nice and clear to see through. It's got a nice shine on it.
Yeah, have you thought of filling the mold a little bit shorter and then putting like a solid color resin on the top?
No, I've thought about it, but for different colors.
Yeah, because then the color could pop through.
Yeah, the problem I've got is the epoxy takes 48 hours to cure, and I was basically gifting a few people for Christmas. So I thought I'd get them done, get them sorted, but they are going to go on my Etsy store.
Excellent. Well, so I've got a little gift for you, Johnny. At some point, I've got a
good lad. I don't know.
And I've kept my special bottle caps in a separate thing.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Chris will like that.
Beer. There's a beer I found in Asda called Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper IPA.
Yeah. It looks like you're trying to find a bottle that you've got just at hand.
Mine's bigger.
Well, I don't think you've been collecting much because you've been drinking those tinnies.
Yeah, that's my problem. I got these IPA tins, the cans rather than bottles. So there's my nice 5 moles.
So I have been working on a little project.
Do tell. I'm liking this week. It's like show and tell. We've actually done projects.
So it's nothing new. But
we swapping the screen?
Yeah.
You go into your show and tell time. Yeah.
So I've been messing around a lot with that printer.
Your Vox Lab.
My Voxel Lab, busy printing out my miniature 8080.
Yes, what a model that is, by the way.
But this is what's blown me away about the machine is I've managed to print this.
The foot.
Print in place toes.
Nice.
Like the support material for that was monstrosity. Insane. But I'm learning a lot about the machine. I've gone through 3 bottles of resin. I'm busy doing my 4th bottle of resin, which is there. But I've run into a slight little hiccup with it at the moment. So I've had to postpone for a little while. Basically, I'm busy printing these little stands for my my electric razor and my
your Manscaped products.
All my Manscaped stuff. But one thing I don't know and didn't realize is that the climate actually affects the printer quite.
It does, yes.
So if it's quite cold, the prints basically the resin gets thicker in colder temperatures. So when it's trying to retract, it doesn't flow in as easily. So I managed to get one of these. I tried 3 times. Eventually, the 4th time, I managed to get one out, which I was just like, yay! I thought, cool, I nailed it down. Because I did try to print it flat, which is usually normally perfectly fine, but it was struggling. So I did an angle with support, and then I tried to print another one, which is still in there, and it's been in there since before Christmas. Do you want to see the state of my resin printer at the moment and how much I can't be asked to deal with it right now? Hopefully,
I'm not sure. Is there still resin into that?
Yeah.
Oh man, such a no-no. You just left it, haven't you? What is that? Dude, I've had some failures, but that is special.
Let me see if I can still take it off.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, mate. Sorry. It is tricky. Thanks for that comment, Chris. I appreciate the support. So yeah, Chris, if you want to donate any bottle tops, feel free. You might get yourself a couple of coasters out of it.
So the plan is, because that's been sitting for quite a while, I'm going to toss out all that resin and that. But one of the resins that I did get to play with, and I'm quite excited to actually get more of it, is water washable resin.
Yep.
Which printed out those.
Is it good, or what's your review of it?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So the water washable resins, I can't show decent because it's white. It's difficult to show a decent.
Show the details and.
Yeah. So the greys that I've used are great. The clear reds is good, and that it's comparing apples with apples. I can't say anything bad about them or anything extraordinary. But when I used the water washable resin, first thing I noticed that it was much more watery. Let's get these guys back on. It's like us at that the diner at 4 in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, that was bad.
That was the only night we tapped out.
5 a.m. People are trying to feed us and give us beer at 5 a.m. Bearing in mind, me and Kirby had about 4 hours sleep for the past 6 days since we landed, weren't properly in the time zone, and people are trying to feed us like waffles and anything at 6 a.m. in the morning after a proper
I had a
night out.
breakfast burrito thinking it'll be just this
Yeah.
little wrap that you get at like
No,
Tesco's
it
with
was
your meal
like
kit.
the size of your head.
That thing was huge.
I was literally falling asleep.
You did fall asleep. You fell asleep at the coffee shop the next day.
I did, yeah, because I needed rest. But I had to check out of the hotel room.
I nearly fell asleep in the car on the way home, driving. Like, Sarah had to drive. She had to meet me at work and drive me home because I was falling asleep at work. Because we had like no sleep for like a week. I land, get in my car, go to work for a full day.
Yeah, you messed that up. I stayed in Nashville an extra couple of days just for a bit of recovery time before I went back to work.
Back to the resin. So I using the water washable resin. It's more fluid. It's not as viscous as this resin. So I reckon that water washable resin would handle better in the cold than it can in the than regular resin. What's also really good about it is that it doesn't give off as many fumes, so it's not as pungent. So having it here, it doesn't smell as much if I open it.
Yeah, I mean mine's literally here. So if I'm sat at my desk and there's resin print, I'm like, wee, hi.
So when you're resin printing and you then got to wash it, you're in a situation where I've got a little brick built shed with a little table outside, so I can go and wash all my parts in IPA outside. It's a bit cold, but I've got a space to keep chemicals and sit with tubs, open tubs filled with chemicals. It's much easier. I still wear a mask. Whereas
I'm doing it in a flat.
You're doing it in a flat, and I'm sure it stinks out the whole flat.
Yeah, it's not the best.
So with the water washable resin, you're cutting out that IPA stage. You're just washing it with resin. So a lot of the tutorials and a lot of the instructions all say that you should wash it in the same way, in a tub with warm water, and you slosh it around, and you should still wear a mask, and you should still wear gloves. I didn't. I just took that bill plate straight to the kitchen and washed it over the sink. And then let the water dry off. Like, our sink is pretty shitty, so we're going to get it replaced hopefully this year. Got to redo the entire kitchen. But it means that I could just take it straight from there to there and wash it without any fumes. And I washed all the parts with my hands.
Any harsh chemicals or anything? No. Yeah, it's a good idea.
So if you are in a situation where you can't have loads of chemicals or you're in a small confined space, it is so much better and so much easier to work with.
Yep.
So like,
which one are you using at the minute?
So I'm using Voxer Labs branded stuff. They sent it to me to review. So I've still got to put that all together. So I've been pumping out a lot of stuff.
Nice.
So this is my last bottle. The very first bottle that I had was the Ilagu Grey.
Yeah, that's what I use.
I'm going to switch to the Ilagu water washable resin, mainly because Voxer Labs
more difficult to get.
They're rolling out. The print has been out for like 2 months, and their products have only been out for 2 months. The company it's a little offshoot of FlashForge. So the machines and everything's made by FlashForge. For some reason, they don't want to be associated officially with FlashForge, but they are FlashForge branded products. Well, not branded. I actually see manscaping.
Yeah, I've put a link to your Manscaped review in the chat for people to have a look at because I'm a nice guy like that, Kirby. You know,
I manscaped something, but no, you don't see any of the manscaping.
I guess you didn't cut yourself because that's the selling feature.
Well, it's a razor. I think the main selling, because I've got a razor similar to it, but it's metal blades and everything, and you've got to keep it oiled up whilst it burns your skin. I can't replace those blades.
Yeah.
Where this one, you can buy replacement blades, and the top of it just kind of pops off, and you can replace the blades quite easily. So it always, like with my original razor, if I try to shave my beard, I'd get about. If I were to cut in like that, I'd get about that far before I have to clear it out to get it. So this one, when I do my head, it just goes straight through all the way to the back and clears it all up. The brand is mostly a tongue-in-cheek type of
thing, yeah,
type of brand, which is, I think that's the best way to kind of promote a product like that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just have fun with it. But like I said, the products that I have, it smells like fresh man. Freshly groomed men.
Chris, I didn't realize you were in the panda enclosure. He's sat in the middle, lying on his back, eating a piece of bamboo right now.
Jonny learned very quickly that when I eat, when I'm drunk, things go worse.
Honestly, I don't know who he thinks he is, but he orders like 6 McDonald's meals, all large, with a drink, and then eats like half of one, and then goes, "I'm full."
I can't. I never eat after drinking. I don't know why people do it. I always overdo it when it's changed.
Oh,
get him!
Oh, it's going for him. Go on, get him. Aim for the neck.
I wonder if this is like multiple zoos around.
They're all wearing the same thing.
But the enclosures and the sceneries are always different.
So different.
And looking at the quality of the video that's streaming on here, because I've set it to maximum, which is 720, but the rest of it's a bit kind of jumpy. It could be that it's just live streamed from various different zoos around China. Like, I can't.
It's getting him. This one is going for him.
Chinese organization focusing on panda and wildlife conservation.
Could be anywhere, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's China, obviously, but China. Banned from Twitter, isn't he?
Really?
The Don. The Donald's been banned from Twitter, hasn't he?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Twitter have banned Donald Trump indefinitely, basically.
Nice. It's about time. Well, I've never been one that's been too political or into politics or following it or anything like that. I feel like I've got more things to worry about, like making sure I can pay a mortgage, than worry about the price of bread, which kind of like, it's for me, it's just like I don't want to waste my energy focusing on all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I can just focus on like things like Minecraft. Dude, I've been flat out in Minecraft the past 2 weeks.
Have you? Someone was asking about it in the chat higher up.
What?
Someone in the chat mentioned it earlier, Minecraft.
That's what's Shing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was chatting. It's my mate's brother.
Ah.
I was talking to him about Minecraft. He's thinking of playing it. So,
Ah.
you've been watching any good series lately?
Not really. What have I been watching? Not a
Bios.
lot. There's been a bit of not a lot over Christmas, really.
Toby's a Minecraft fan, or is it your roommates that are Minecraft fans? Toby. Sorry, Karen.
No, not much, mate, to be honest. Netflix
Really?
are having a price increase again.
I don't pay for anything else than Netflix and Disney Plus and Now TV and
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
So you pay for all of them.
But I don't pay for. I don't have like a Skybox or anything like that. I don't have
Yeah.
a TV license because I stream all that other stuff. I sat down and I calculated to get like a Skybox on top of all the services I'm paying. Well, if I just get a Skybox and TV license, it costs more than the 4 services that I pay for a month.
Yeah, mine's probably £80 a month with a Skybox.
Absolutely not. I'm paying, I think, £40 a month.
Yeah, well, my Skybox is £40 a month. So
you got TV license as well.
Yeah, my Sky include my TV license with my Sky, £40 a month.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we don't pay for a TV license because we don't watch any live TV and we just watch Netflix and that stuff. But yeah, we've just pounded through the Crown on Netflix.
I've heard good things.
It's pretty good. It's very, very. You could really sink your teeth into it.
Yeah. Someone was talking to me about that Queen's Gambit thing, the chess one.
Yeah, apparently it's good.
Saying that was good,
what
but
I've read, my guy at work. Can you explain Skybox and TV license?
So Skybox is like cable TV,
satellite TV, cable TV or satellite TV.
And a TV license, basically, Channel 1 and Channel 2 here are the BBC, which is British Broadcasting Corporation. Because the channels don't have adverts, you pay an amount a year, basically, to them to watch their channels. That's called your TV license. It's an absolute scam, basically, Toby.
Well, in South Africa, you now have to have a TV license to watch streaming services.
I bet that went down well.
People but in South Africa, if you want to go out to a shop and buy a TV, you have to show your TV license. But yeah, a TV license is just you're paying. A lot of channels sell adverts to make their money. The BBC sells TV license to be able to watch legally.
TV without adverts.
Live broadcast TV. But the thing is, those channels still put adverts on.
Indirectly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, your TV license is just for Channel 1 and 2.
And you have to have one for BBC iPlayer.
Yeah, iPlayer as well, yeah. Because it's funded by the TV license. It's an absolute swizz. It's an absolute crook.
Like they could fine you for not having a TV license.
Yeah.
But like, for example, they can come to your door and saying they want to check if you have a TV license, and you're more than you can legally say no, and they're not allowed to come and check. They can't come in and inspect you. It's a very weird system. We have it in South Africa as well. It's very, very weird. But we bought a new TV over the holidays as well.
Lovely.
39-inch for the bedroom. It's the biggest thing it's been in the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, even it is if you divide it by 10, I'm sure.
No,
3.9 in it, Kirby.
I did a big brain move. Okay, we went to IKEA to go and check out and buy some meatballs.
I've got some meatballs in the freezer. I might have some after this.
IKEA meatballs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought. Have you tried their chicken meatballs?
No, they're good. I looked at them, but I got 2 bags of the regular horse meatballs.
See, Sarah wasn't a fan of the meatballs. She's
Yeah, it's
never
the
been a
horse
fan
that's
of the
in them.
meatballs. And then we got. I thought it was like get the chicken ones. See if she likes the chicken ones. But afterwards, I was like, oh, let's pop into Curry's. I want to see what TVs they have, and kind of I want to see what the price of TVs are these days.
There's some great deals around.
Because we discussed about getting a TV in the bedroom, and I've looked on Amazon and I looked at all the cheap ones that you get at Curry's because we need nothing fancy or anything like that.
No, yeah.
So I went to Curry's and we looked at all like the others. We were looking at the 32 inches, and then I saw the 39-inch one that we got. I was like, oh, this is quite
Extra
nice.
few
Like,
inches.
and so it was like, it looks huge. I'm like, it's going to look much smaller in the bedroom. Trust me. Once you get it home, it'll be much smaller. You think you're buying a big TV, but when you're back home, it's much smaller. Over here,
IKEA's a furniture store here, yeah.
It is here as well, but they've got the food section where you can buy Swedish food. They've got
they have
grocery section. So IKEA's here. They've kind of like the halfway point. They've got a restaurant where you can have Swedish meatballs. And,
let me explain it in American terms, Kirby. You know, Costco's got the food court, Toby. IKEA here has the food court, but it's like Swedish meatballs, salmon and asparagus, and that sort of jazz. And you can buy the meatballs to take home.
Yeah, you can
That's
buy
the crack.
Meatballs.
Yeah,
we get meatballs and frozen. The dime bar cake.
Dime bars, yeah.
Yeah. What was I saying before that?
You were on about your 39-inch TV.
So yeah,
how it was going to look smaller in the bedroom.
So like I was looking at the prices, I was like, it's actually quite expensive. So I had no plan to buy a TV or anything. I was planning on definitely buying a TV. Just told Sarah I was looking. I was going to buy a TV. So I walk in there. I was like, oh, it's quite expensive.
She looking at you from the sofa?
No. She's probably watching.
I thought she was like side-eyeing you then for a minute.
No. I'm sure she is from upstairs.
Yeah. You're getting the scowl through the ceiling, mate.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it.
You feel that burn.
So I eventually found I think it was a JVC or something. Nothing fancy. And like on the shelf when I first saw it, it was like £230. I was like, yeah, probably not. And then I saw it in the aisles with a little sticker on it. It's like on sale, £180. I was like, yes,
50 quid off.
So I went to it. I was like, I want that one. And Sarah's like, what? I'm like, I'm buying this TV. Picking it up tomorrow. Take it across to the tills. They ring it up, £160. I was like, what?
Damn. Winner.
Just keep winning. And then I went to go look at their wall mount. So the cheapest one that they had was 60 quid.
£60 for a wall mount. Asda have them in for like a tenner.
I know. So I looked at that.
Honestly,
it was 60
PC
quid for a
curries.
flat mount. For a flat mount, wall mount. I was like, absolutely not. Went home, ordered one for like 15 quid on Amazon. It swivels out and everything because we don't have a place where we can put it flat against us.
Yeah.
So it has to be like at an angle in the corner. So when I eventually got it on there, I lay back on the bed and I was like, that's quite big.
But you've not said that before.
A little bit big, but we're used to it and Sarah uses it all the time. No, we always thought about it like we sat on the couch. It's like 8 o'clock at night during the week, and it'll be like, kind of want to go and lie down, but I don't want to go to bed. I want to keep watching whatever we're watching. But now we can do that. And finally got. So that was about the most excitement that we had.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Go on.
I was planning on working on the bar, but it was just too cold and I needed to buy wood. And it was raining, so I'd have to work outside in the rain.
Nah, screw that.
So I thought, I'd rather buy a TV and then do that in the summer.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Very good. Very good.
You just
I made a
used
purchase this weekend.
4 different. You guys used 4 different terms for your currency. So
Pound, quid.
bucks. I mean,
Bucks is American.
I think South Africa is the only time when bucks make sense because there's actually like Springbok and Springbokkies and Waterbuck and all that's actual buck on our money. But yeah, quid is just another word for pound.
Pound sterling, GBP. There's loads of names for it. Bob. Grand.
To be fair, like you can use any what's the word? Any noun for money. It's like it'll cost me 50 melons.
50 dingoes.
Yeah. 50 crystals.
50 pandas.
I wonder if the Chinese currency have pandas on them.
They don't. It's yen. Sorry.
What does yen have to do? I know what it's called.
Sorry, I was just checking. I never know with you, dude.
I wasn't checking if the Chinese money is called pandas.
You never know.
I just wanted to see if it had a panda on it. It does not. It's just some bloke who I think is the Emperor of China.
I think he's the president.
Same thing.
Not really. Yeah.
See, South African money's got actual animals on, I think. Oh, no, it's got Nelson Mandela. South Africa. No, not South Korea.
Google's just trolled you.
Yeah, it's now got... See, it used to have the animals, the big 5, because there's 5 notes.
Yes.
Now it's got Mandela.
Oh, it's got elephant, leopard.
So yeah, you got your leopard, your
lion, elephant, cheetah. Elephant.
No, not cheetah.
Rhino. No, rhino. Rhino, elephant, lion, buffalo, and leopard. So black rhino.
It's a water buffalo.
Water buffalo.
And a black rhino. It's 2 different rhinos.
Yeah, black and white, I know.
Oh, what's that?
It's a leaf.
He's trying to camouflage it while they do the big heist.
He's going to sneak a panda out under his arm. Do you think that's a good place to wrap up?
I reckon so. It's been a good...
nice...
Poured one out.
Well, I'm sure you can unpour one out pretty quickly, knowing you.
I'm going to have to.
Unless you want my big news for the week.
What is your big news for the week?
I sold my car.
Oh, yeah, you were selling your car. Where is this thing going? How? You buying a new one?
I have bought a new one.
So what was the problem with your car?
If you're the guy I sold it to, nothing. Because I may have a diagnostics kit and I might have cleared the error.
Whoops.
It needed it. Well, it's due a new time. It was due a new timing belt. And it had an error code for the EGR valve for the turbo, which on that model is basically an extremely expensive fix that was going to cost me about £1,500 to do that and the timing belt. It needed a new fuel filter, a new air filter, and I was like, nah, I'm not having this. It was too old to bother trying to fix. It would have cost me half the car's value to fix it, so I was like, nope, bye. So I sold it to her. I sold it to a very, I want to use the word dodgy Middlesbrough man who deals in used cars. but he paid me straight away, so I'm not too bothered.
Fair enough.
So
what'd you buy?
Well, as a treat for my new job, I've bought.
Oh, new job.
Well, I've got a new job. I'm moving after it.
Well,
I've only got a week left. Well, yeah, there's all news coming out here. I've got a new job. I'm moving after a week. So this is my last week at work. At current work.
Did you take like a week off in between?
No, I took a couple of days.
See, this is what you do. You say to new people, I can start on this date. And then you tell your boss that you're leaving a week less. That way you got a week off to just fanny about.
So, I have bought. Should we have a guess what I've bought?
An Audi.
No, it's a Ford.
Ford Fiesta. Ford Focus.
Nope.
Mustang.
Nope.
Fiesta.
I've bought a Fiesta. Can you guess which one?
ST.
I have, yeah.
What year model?
19 plate.
Oh, so quite new.
It's only done 8,000 miles.
Oh, that's not bad as well. That's not bad. Gotta go quick.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it. It's getting delivered next week. Too tall, Toby. Ken Block.
Ken Block.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I've always wanted a nice little sporty car, so I'm excited.
You're going to take all those roundabouts sideways?
No, I'm going to be careful. Cautious and careful.
Week, I drove into a wall.
What, in your car? Oh, we are learning things today.
Very, very softly. I didn't drive. I rolled into a wall or some like... Basically, I moved out of the way for someone. You know, you got that gap
hang on.
across...
You moved out of the way for someone and drove into a wall.
Well, you know the little parking, like, dirt area across from my house?
Yeah, with a crazy guy who doesn't like people parking there.
Yeah, him. So
you drove into his wall?
No. So I was coming down the hill, down towards where you stayed in the hotel.
Yeah.
And someone was coming up, so I ducked into that little gap to let him through. And I gave the guy enough space, but the guy was like flashing me and telling me to move more. I was like, mate, I've got enough space. So I like turned a bit more left and went a bit more forward. And like I was watching it, so he was like, watch out for the wall. I stopped. I was like, whew, I didn't hit it. The guy eventually squeezed past and I reversed out, drove off onto the shop, looked out the front of the bumper and it's just scuffed. So I just touched the wall. Just
like gentle touched it.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to, if I'm planning to sell the car in the next year or two.
Yeah, you fancying a change?
Well, because I've got it on finance. I want to just while I'm still doing finance, I want to just, and I'm using it every single day to drive in. I don't want to let the car get too old. Where I don't get any money back from it, and
it makes sense.
Sell it while there's still some value in it. So when I do decide to sell it, I'll just send it to a little shop down the road and pay like 100, 150 quid for them just to touch up the little areas.
That's the way to do it.
But I'm looking at maybe an Audi, a little hatchback Audi.
Oh yeah. Don't forget they do have indicators you can use. It's not an optional feature.
Man, I don't even indicate in my Ford. just putting it out there, I don't indicate. It's unless there's a lot of traffic, I don't bother. Like if I need to tell someone I'm going to move, I'll indicate. But if I've got enough space, I just.
Oh yeah, I get that. If I'm on a dual carriageway and I'm overtaken and there's nothing behind me, I'm not going to bother.
Even at roundabouts, like.
Yeah, if there's nothing around, it's.
See, the thing is, like, I stress like when I'm on a roundabout, you're thinking of so many things. The last thing I'm thinking is like, I need to turn off here. I just fucking go.
Fucking. I love that. Yeah, so that's my news this week. New job, new car.
You're still going to be doing SolidWorks stuff with this new job?
Yes. SolidWorks, research and development and quality assurance. Mechanical design engineer.
Oh. Well, hopefully it's as fun as your current job.
No comment.
What did your boss say when you're like, I'm out of here?
Not a lot, really. I think he might have seen it coming, to be honest, so it is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's progression at the end of the day, isn't it? So
yeah, you gotta look out for you.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
yeah. But I think that's a good little spot to leave it.
I think so
news.
too.
It's been a
some
good
good
episode,
news,
Johnny.
some good fun, some good chat, some good people in the comments.
Some good pandas. I swear this panda's got to fall out the tree though.
He'll land the right way up. They're kind of like cats, are they?
No, absolutely not. They always land just flat.
No, they don't. They
But
just
they
land
bounce.
flat. They bounce because of the fluff. I think I'm going to have some meatballs.
I had meatballs on Friday night.
No, I'm going to have some now.
Spot on. Bit of bolognese sauce, some spaghetti.
Oh.
I was tempted to like make. I was hoping that I was going to make extras and then put those in a wrap as well for the next day. But yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. This has been a fun little catch up.
Right, Kirby. It's a new year.
It's a new year.
Can you get them right?
I can. Watch me. I've been practicing.
I bet you have. You've been set up for Christmas, haven't you? The Core Podcast. But the O is a 0.
Okay. So if you want to follow any of my clouding antics or anything that I do, give me a follow. I'm at KJ Designs 365.
I'm at Kessel Ring Creations. Don't forget our new beer coasters. Mm-hmm.
Beer coasters.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might have had one too many beers.
I'm feeling a bit happy.
I started about 2 hours ago.
I started at the start of the stream.
Yeah, but you're under the Jack Daniels single barrel select.
Select. Oh.
Thank you, Toby.
Thank you very much for joining us, Toby, and everybody else who came in. Chris. Who else was there?
Chris and Toby.
Popped in.
Photos popped in. Shingy or whatever.
Shingaling.
Shingaling-ling.
But if you want to follow us on Instagram, where we don't post much, we need to do projects and we need to post more on there. But we're on Instagram. We are at the core.podcast.
Oh, he's done it. Hang on. Instagram, we are at the core podcast. .contact is what Kirby was trying to say.
That's the one. On Facebook, we are at the core podcast, where the O is a 0. On Twitter, we are at the _core podcast. And on Twitch and YouTube, we are the core podcast. You know what I realized today, Johnny?
What?
Is that our little core podcast YouTube channel has reached over 1,000 views.
Yeah, boy.
In total. I'll give you the exact number. 1,076 views.
Yeah, we are starting to get somewhere.
Yeah. It's
don't forget, if you don't already subscribe because we want that custom URL.
Yeah. That's target number 1. It's
100 subscribers, custom
100
URL.
subscribers in the money.
Shares means we like you more.
Yes. Share it with all your friends, your family. Tell them, watch these guys. Even if they watch us for like 5 minutes,
we'd be more than happy.
Views are views.
Likes are likes. But no.
But yeah, for the next couple of weeks leading up to World, we're going to be getting ready for all of that and planning all of that.
Maybe we try and have a guest on next week that we met at Experience World last year to chat through his likings with us. You know who I mean, Kirby?
No.
Michael, the guy we nearly murdered on the first night.
Michael, you still chatting with him?
Yeah, I can send him a quick message later.
Oh, we absolutely broke him. That was great.
We didn't see him for 2 days. We thought he was a goner.
I thought he was dead. Poor guy. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute blast tonight catching up. And
hope you enjoyed it.
And watching some clumsy pandas doing panda things. I swear he's going to fall out of that tree. Is this it?
I'm going to fall out of this chair into the beer fridge and the meatball fridge in a minute.
Have you got a fridge in your office yet?
No. Well, with probably having to move house this year, I'm thinking next house. The next house. I think so, yeah, closer to my new job.
Oh, fair enough. That's true. You did say it was
so
far.
45 minutes each way at the minute, so I'm thinking I'd move in the middle, somewhere with a garden and a shed and a bar in the garden.
I'll be
maybe
there.
A hot tub down the line.
We've been looking at hot tubs.
Oh, dude, don't. I'm dying.
That's going to attract like all the swingers from the neighborhood.
Is your neighborhood known for that or something? What's the...
No, it's hot tubs is a swingers thing, apparently.
It doesn't have to be. There's something called a padlock on your side gate, mate.
I know. It's been good fun. Thank you very much for
joining.
Very good fun. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.